In the past couple of weeks, we've heard horror stories about people taking their dogs on a flight. So how can you protect your pet when you fly to your destination and you've got to take your pet with you? We've got you covered this morning with Shari. Thanks for joining us on this.
Sure,
this has really created headlines. Yeah. It's a big concern for all of us who love our pets so much.
Well, you can't take horses on a plane, though,
well, I've tried. No, I haven't. All right, well, let's start with the rules or laws that are in place to protect our pets, because if there are actually rules or laws, it doesn't seem like they're working. Yeah.
Right. So the Department of Transportation actually keeps records of the number of incidents. The FAA has some regulations that impact animals, but the primary federal law is the Animal Welfare Act, which dates back to the 1960s when we were trying to protect research animals. And then, of course, airlines have their own policies that relate to how many pets are allowed in the cabin, the size and weight limitations, and so forth. And some airlines won't even carry pets in the cargo hold. We know that about 500,000 pets a year fly, and still about 1 in every 8,000 are impacted in one way or another. So somehow something needs to be done. Obviously, there will be investigations. The airlines are looking at their policies. There's actually something called the WOOF Act that's pending in Washington right now.
Really?
It's an acronym, WOO, to protect animals. But at the end of the day, we need to plan. There are pets, and we need to take care of them and not assume that these rules are going to work.
Well, especially, I mean, if you've got a pet that has to fly in cargo because he's too big to, or she too big to be on the plane. Okay, so what can we do to plan ahead?
Well, the big thing is to find out what the airline policies are, and those are online. So if you're flying with your pet and haven't read those airline policies, really shame on you at this point. The next thing is to know what's going on in your pet, with your pet, not only in the cargo hold, but before and after. So what's the temperature going to look like, the air pressure, the lighting, the sound, are they going to be exposed to elements, that kind of thing. Then when you're buying your ticket, you want direct flights, shortest duration. Think about time of day. If it's summertime, fly in the morning or late at night when it's cooler, and the reverse when it's wintertime. Of course, a vet examination is absolutely critical, because, Roxanne, most of these incidences that happen have been stroke, stress-related, heart attack, respiratory issues. You know, the pug-nose type pets, a lot of airlines won't even let them fly. So it's up to us. These pets have just been too stressed out to really be flying.
Oh, that's just so, it's so disturbing and so alarming.
Well, and it's so unusual for pets. You know, they're just not used to that. No. You can do things to desensitize them to the noise and things like that, but most people don't take the time to train their pet to fly.
Yeah. All right, so if we are going to fly with our pet and we've checked everything out and we feel pretty confident we've got it all under control, what can we do as we're getting close to travel day and on travel day to make sure our pets stay safe?
So if you're going to do one thing, it's that the pet's container. So make sure the inside is as comfortable as possible. Obviously soft toys, maybe some t-shirts with your scent on it. But most importantly, you're not going to be with your pet. You have to have an emergency kit taped to the outside of that container with your pet's emergency contact, whether they're microchipped, their name, their photograph, emergency food, maybe a little bottle of water, a leash. Those things are absolutely essential, and instructions what to do in an emergency. When you board the plane, tell the captain and the flight attendant you've got a pet in cargo, and they will make sure that your pet's on board before you take off.
All right, ask questions, do your homework ahead of time. Thanks, Shari, we appreciate it. Let's send it over to Glenn.